Bookish.Taylor. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm here to bring you a review for a book that I have been really excited to get my hands on, and I'm so glad that I finally had a chance to read it. Seafarer's Kiss by Julia Ember. This was pitched to me as a Norse retelling of Little Mermaid, which was really cool to me. The Little Mermaid has been one of my favorite Disney movies since I was a little girl. Now, I don't know the actual tale of the Little Mermaid, but from what I understand, it's not as happy-go-lucky as the Disney version, but this book was not that dark, twisted tale. It was actually very sweet, but it is also I believe it's more of a bisexual representation of Little Mermaid, where the main character, I believe it is Ursula, she is a mermaid, and she lives in a glacier with the rest of her community under a king, but she was also in love with one of her childhood friends, but he ended up going to be a part of a guard. And so their friendship kind of fell in between. The Seafarer's Kiss ends up following Ursula, who is I believe she's about 17 or 18 years of age. She is getting ready to go into this thing called the grading. And what they do is there is this whole, I guess, ceremony or procedure that mermaids have to go through in order to tell how fertile they are. And as it turns out, Ursula has been putting this off, and she finally just goes and does it out of spite for one of the girls who likes to pick on her. News is good for Ursula. It makes her think about her place in her community. In this book, the higher your grade is, the more desirable you are to the mermen for a pretty much a strict breeding kind of thing. Ursula didn't want to be a part of. She didn't want to have to go through that. She feared being trapped and not being able to do her own thing because she loves going out and exploring, and the human race is something that's very interesting to her. And as she's out exploring one day, she runs into a kind of a survivor who has crashed up on one of the ice blocks, and I believe her name is Ragna. She ends up being what is called a navigator. She has tattoos on her body that allow her to navigate through these waters and to different towns in order to help trade and stuff like that. As it turns out, Ursula and Ragna do not have an easy tale. They end up befriending each other and they end up sharing such a wonderful moment, but the problem is Ursula's friend from the past has come and caught them, and one of the rules with being a mermaid is you do not associate with humans. What ended up happening was the friend from the past gave Ursula an ultimatum. You can come with me now and there won't be any issues, or you can stay and you will have to face the wrath of the king. So because she doesn't want to face the wrath of the king, who is a very unfair king, she gives up on Ragna and Ursula follows her friend home. Ursula is so unhappy that she ends up making a deal with the liar god, the trickster god, Loki. And things in this deal do not turn out the way that she wanted. And the last half of this book is Ursula trying to find her way out of this deal with Loki and a way to try to outsmart them. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I believe I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It is relatively short. It is a 2-part novel, but it is only, I believe, like after the epilogue, it's only 212 pages. It's really short, but it's really good. I took off half a star because I wanted it to be longer. I took off another half because the beginning was really slow, and then I took off another half because the ending was really fast. So it was kind of an all over the place because it is such a short novel, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. I loved this premise. I loved the bisexual retelling of Little Mermaid. I loved the addition of the Norse god. I gave The Seafarer's Kiss 3.5 out of 5 stars. I highly suggest it. But I do suggest that all of you go and pick up a copy of The Seafarer's Kiss by Julia Ember if you haven't read it. Mermaids have a special place in my heart, and it was really nice to have, with all of these retellings, a mermaid retelling come up and have it switched on its head such a way with the Norse mythology added in, as well as the bisexual representation for the character. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye!